Hi, this is Brenda Batista, here again to share with you some tips and tricks about how to create a high-performing remote team. As I mentioned before, I've done this since 2014 with a team that's spread across the US and Canada. The tips and tricks that I'm going to share with you are things that I actually implemented that increased our productivity by 20%, created a team environment that people just loved, resulting in 0% turnover, and we really just gelled as a team. So I'm happy to share those with you because I know a lot in this time. A lot of people are struggling with how do I do that? How do I be remote and still be productive? Be highly productive is taking it to the next level. So I'm happy to share that. And today we're going to be talking about productivity and focus. So if you've been following me, you know that I like the tools and techniques provided by Giant. And one of the things that really helped with my team is the fifth gears, the 5 gears, and getting our focused in productivity. So I want to share that with you because I think it's really important to understand these different um, levels that you go through. So the first is recharge mode. This is basically your sleep, taking a nap, meditating, that sort of thing. Second is where you're connecting with your family and making time to hang out with family and friends and, just not do work. Now that we're all at home, this will become one that's a little bit different. And I actually suggest that you schedule that time, correct? You set boundaries to know when that time will be occurring. Third is the social mode. This is where you get to know the people you work with and start interacting on a more, friendly level, just getting to know them a little bit better. Fourth is task mode. This is where a lot of people end up stuck because they're really super busy doing task after task after task. And you feel like you're working really hard and you spent the whole day doing stuff, but yet you feel like you've got nothing done. I talked about that in prioritization before. Productivity and the fourth gear is where, again, you get kind of stuck. But the fifth gear is really where you get into the productivity level. This is a time where nobody should be bothering you. This is a do not disturb. And research has found that um, as folks, we usually need about an hour and a half to be focused and get something, a big chunk of something done. And so I highly recommend that you actually schedule that. Schedule an hour and a half when you're doing your weekly planning in advance. If you're doing it on Saturday and Sunday, schedule this fifth gear time. Put it in there on your calendar and fill it in with whatever is going to require that focus for you. Now, what I shared with the last on the prioritization, here's where these two concepts come together, is prioritization and productivity. So productivity, fourth gear is going to be those that are in quadrant number one of your prioritization. These are customer issues, something that's happening right away, project deadlines, I've got a customer proposal I have to do, something like that. It's very date driven. The fifth gear activity, planning, training, team development, marketing, continuing education, those types of things are important, especially if you have certifications, you have to get things done, and you want to schedule those out. A good hour and a half devoted to those activities will definitely help you get things done. So those are how productivity, focusing on what matters most, builds off of prioritization of you created something that really matters. And so my quick tip related to productivity is schedule that time, schedule time for second and fifth gear. And then for those at home, which is pretty much everybody at this point, use a signal or a sign. Create a sign with the number 5 on it, which sounds really simple, but it is a quick tip. Use it for your family. Explain to your family, when I put this on the front of my desk or on my door, it literally means do not disturb me because I'm going to be working on this. Now, your agreement back is you spend an hour and a half doing that. So after that hour and a half, they're free to come in and ask questions or whatever they need to do. With your coworkers, it works as well. If you have a chat like a Slack or something like that that you're using with your coworkers, use it as your status, fifth gear. So share this idea or concept with your team, and then you can use that to reserve your time to be the time where you stay focused and get stuff done. Implementing these will definitely improve your productivity while at home or actually anywhere you work, but specifically at home for those who are worried and just transition for the first time, It absolutely works. So thank you for joining and talk to you soon.